All right, guys, World Strong Review, Ezekiel here. All right, Marry My Husband Part 2. I just finished the series today. So, episode 12 through 16, basically the conclusion. So, it was good. The conclusion was good. Like I've always said this before, well, the series is still an 8 out of 10. Very well done, very well executed ending. What was I about to say? Episode 13, for a lot of Korean shows, they bring in something from left field. They always bring in some trope that had nothing to do with the storyline. They make it dealing with the storyline. It throws things out of a wax. The main protagonist's love interest, or whatever the case may be, now got to go deal with this, and then we come back around to finish up the main reason that we were here. It's like a side storyline that had just came out of nowhere, and then they bring it back. This time around, very, very excellent. So, spoil a little bit. They had spoiler alert. We find out that I forgot his name, but the protagonist's love interest, the CEO who came back to protect her, has a fiance. You know, he has some type of agreement, fiance. She comes back. Now, she is mentioned in an earlier episode. I don't remember the number of episode, but it had to be like 5, 8, or 10. They just didn't show her face, but she is mentioned. Okay, that's one thing that they did right. They foreshadowed her. When she comes, she brings the wrath, and I like that. So we know about her, and then we have a couple of plot points of why he's been moving the way that he's been moving. Why is he keeping secrets from her, the main protagonist, not his fiance? It's because the fiance is out of her god darn mind. She is crazy. She is killing people without no reason, not blinking, just wanting anybody who touches him. She don't like him. She don't like him. She don't like she don't like the protagonist's love interest. She don't like him at all. She is fine with the grandfather, and the grandfather kind of adopted her. You know what I'm saying? And the grandfather was going to give the main protagonist's love interest, his grandson, the company. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that fiance and marriage thing's going on. Her real dad died, and the grandfather just kind of took her in. But she crazy. What? She's out of her mind. So she starts interacting with, I forgot everybody's name. It's horrible. But she starts interacting with the main protagonist's ex-husband and best friend, okay, who killed her in the previous reality in the future 10 years. And starts plotting different things. So we get to see the main protagonist. We get to see her mother comes back into the fold. We get to learn why her best friend is out of her mind. What's wrong with her? Why she acts the way she does. And it fits. It fits everything. It's not something, she's not totally crazy. She's hurt. She's jealous. She's hurt. She's bothered. Both her parents didn't want her. As well, the main protagonist's dad loved her. He loved her so much. He came back as an angel and allowed her to go back and get her revenge. Now, what got me in this whole series, and I think this is why I like it. One, basically what the protagonist and her love interest is doing towards the end of the series, they're murdering people. Think about it. They are trading their murders for somebody else. So we're watching them plot and set up murder. That is all they're doing, is plotting and setting up a murder. And they're hoping to murder the people who murdered her in another reality. That's it. That is it. His fiance, he's trying to get rid of her too. You know what I'm saying? She said she crazy, she gotta go. He's trying to plot and get her murdered. So I was like, God dang. Okay. All right. It was like, dang. They basically just plot murder over here. That is it. They are going out and plotting murder. And I thought that was just cool and fantastic how they did that. I thought it was really, really cool and fantastic. Spoiler alert, who got murdered. I won't say it. Who got murdered? Who ended up going to jail? Who ended up getting killed? That whole thing, how it played out in episode 15, I want to say, it's beautiful. It was beautiful. It was well done. I think the only plot point, and this is me being picky, it don't really matter. The grandfather told his grandson that he wanted him to marry his fiance that worked for the company, that comes from a rich background, because she's a savage. Yeah, she came here. She didn't want nothing to do with you until you had the main protagonist. And now she's upset. Nobody can have you. And she's going to show you why nobody can have you. I like her. That's what the grandfather said. He basically said, I like that. If you're going to run a company, you got to be savage. You can't be no good girl. You know, you got to be savage. I need somebody like that for the company. I think they tried to get the main protagonist, her. They tried to get her to be savage. So there's going to be a scene where we find out that she always known the little secret that her best friend, her other half, had over her, that her mother was alive, and that her mother, who was known, that left her and her dad, cheated on her dad with the best friend's father. She knew this whole entire time. And I felt like at that moment, she said, I'm coming after you. You better get ready. I think that's what they were trying to portray, her being savage. You know, she's still good at heart. And we see that throughout the series that she's so good at heart that she messes herself up a little bit. Not totally, just a little bit. But then you also start to see her evolve too in this show. She evolves. She allows herself to get choked by her ex boyfriend, the fiance who killed her her husband who killed her in the previous reality. She's just sitting here, do it. You ain't gonna do it. You know, so you see a little bit of that crazy, that savageness, but it wasn't there. I mean, if you think about it, them plotting to get these people killed, okay, that's a little savage. It's all right, you know. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. She's not a good girl anymore for the most part. She's wanting revenge. She's wanting to kill these people, and you see it. I felt like they could have drove that home a little more, so the grandfather would know. You know what I'm saying? I like how they paired everybody up. Another tidbit is Mr. Lee and the assistant manager who ends up becoming manager of the main protagonist's work group. I think they should have solidified them being together. I don't know why they don't just go ahead and solidify it. They make like little reference, points. Just go ahead and let them kiss. Go ahead and let them hold hands. We end up seeing them shake hands for the first time, and I think that signifies that they're probably going to get together in the future. Just take it home. Why play these games? Just take it home. He's done more than enough to deserve a kiss or hold somebody's hand. I mean, but Mr. Lee stole the show for me. He was just too cool. There was a scene in there. He just looked. That dude was so smooth. Oh man, he killed it. The gentleman that played Mr. Lee. I've seen that actor with long hair be silly. He did an excellent job of this. He was just too cool. He was smooth. I liked him in this. I don't remember his name. I'm not going to even try. But yes, I greatly enjoyed Marry My Husband. I think it is better than My Perfect Revenge. And I talk about the similarities of it on my review of My Perfect Marriage Revenge. So go check that out to hear what I say about both shows. But this was excellent. I loved it. It was good. 8 out of 10. Solid Korean drama. I I think you guys should watch it. It is on Amazon Prime. Marry My Husband. All right, Ezekiel out.